Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SELENIUM Tech Automation. In this today tutorial, I am going to discuss about how we can parse XML in the form of XPath. Okay, how to get XML values by parsing into XPath from the UI. Okay, so in our yesterday tutorial, we discussed about what is XPath and XML file. So and also how we can use different kinds of expressions like absolute XPath expression and relative XPath expressions used to get the value from the XML. Okay, and also we discussed about discussed about how we can get the values from the HTML files as well, because HTML file and XML files both are looks like the same only, right? So that's why we can use these XPath parsing concepts for HTML files as well. Okay, so on continuing on yesterday's tutorial, so today I am going to discuss about how we can parse the XML file with the help of XPath and also how we can get the values from the UI XML file, okay, with the help of XPath concept. Okay, so before starting this video, if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel SELENIUM Tech Automation, and also if you like this video, please drop a like and don't forget to watch this video till the end. And also please share this video to your friends or colleagues so that they will also learn something from our channel, that is SELENIUM Tech Automation, and also your share will helps this video to recommend for more people from YouTube point of view. Okay, so let's get started with our today tutorial. Okay, so first let me open one sample XML file, so where I am taking from this website. Okay, I will give you for a practice, I will give you this URL inside our description part. Okay, so you can check out this URL. So as you can see here, we have some customers orders.xml file. Okay, so this customers orders XML file will contain one root element tag, that is root tag, and also there is some node elements tags as well, that is customers. So inside this node elements we can have different kinds of child nodes. Okay, that is for customer ID equals to Grail and customer ID equals to Hung, and also there will be like a more number of child nodes for this particular customers tag, right? This is a parent tag of this customer ID. Okay, so in the same way we can have different kinds of nodes here, that is orders node. So for this orders node, this is the order element, and for this order element we can have different kinds of tags, those are all ancestors and descendants. Okay, so this is how our XML file will looks like. Okay, first what we will do, first we will take this whole XML. Okay, and how we can generate XPaths with the help of xpathgenerator.com. Okay, so here you can see I copied the sample XML file from here, and I open this file and open this website that is called as XPath generator. This URL also I will provide inside our video description part. Okay, so here I pasted this whole XML content. For example, so let me take all this XML content where I am going to generate some XPaths. Okay, so with the help of XPaths only we are going to retrieve all the values for that particular nodes and child nodes, right? So for that reason, first we need to take the whole XML content from here, and I am going to paste it over here, that is XPath generator. Okay, so once if we pasted, you can see there is an option here, generate XPath. Okay, so once if we click on generate XPath, so it will give you all the XPaths which are related to the XML file. Okay, so here you can see, here go back to your XML file. Okay, so here you can see these are all the tags we have here. Okay, for example, after generating the XPath, so you got this one, that is our root tag, that is a root. So after that there is one node element, that is customers. So inside that customer we have customer tag, that is child node, right? So for this child node we can have different set of siblings. For example, company name, contact title, full address, means it will give you all the list of XPaths which are present inside this XML file. So for example, company name here, name, contact title, and phone and full address. Okay, so those and all you can find it from here. Here you can see. So after generating the XPaths, it will give you all the XPaths present inside that XML content, right? So next, what is our next step? Once getting the XPath, so I am going to get a value for this particular customer ID. Okay, I want to get all these values where the customer ID is equals to GREAL. Okay, how we can write the XPath? So with the help of relative XPath, that is customers. Here you can see I am not mentioning any root node. Okay, because we are following the relative XPath expression here. Okay, once if you enter this customers, so here you can see it is telling one element got found here. Okay, from till to here. Okay, this will consider as a whole one element. So once that is done, I am going to get the values for @customer ID equals to GREAL, right? So I want to get all the values for where the customer ID is equals to GREAL. Okay, so how we can write the XPath for that one? So followed by slash forward slash. So what is the tag name here? Customer. Okay, here you can see now it is giving 4 elements found, right? So this is very easy to understand with the help of xpath.com. Okay, where it will give you the brief values if we are passing XPath here. Okay, so once that is done, so we have under customers tag, we have customer tag 1, customer tag 2. So likewise we have 4 customer tags here. I mean customer nodes are there, 4 customer nodes are there till ID equals to LETSS. Okay, for now I want to get all the values which are related to ID equals to LETSS. So how we can write @customer, okay, @customer ID equals to, so value we need to pass, that is LETSS. Okay, so here we can see for this customer where @ID equals to LETSS, so these are all the child nodes, siblings and ancestors, descendants. Okay, so here you can see we got all the values. Okay, here we can see we got all the values. So in the same way, if I want to get the values for the different ID, that is for LASIK. Okay, so here I am going to paste the LASIK. Okay, so here you can see it is highlighting this one. So in the same way I am going to get the value for company, sorry, capital C, right, company name. Here you can see it is giving one highlighted element, that is company name is Lazy K Country Store. Here you can able to get the value for only company name. Okay, if it is like that, we can go for contact name also and also for contact title as well and phone as well. So this time I will try with phone. Okay, we will see what will be the output. Here you can see it is giving the value as 509 555 7969. Okay, so in this way we can easily use this xpath.com to generate the XPaths. Okay, once if you mention any XPath, it will give you the values accordingly. So before coming to this website, first you need to take your XML from the UI, so then paste it here. After that you can click on the generate XPath. So after that it will generate you all the XPaths present inside that XML, means it is going to parse that XML into XPath formats. Okay, so once if you done that step, so the next step is we are going to pass this XPath inside our xpathe.com. Okay, here we can see for each and every node element we can have all these details. Here you can see 4 elements got found. For the first ID, these are the details. For the last ID, these are the details. Okay, so now what we will do, so we will take this XPath. Okay, we will take this XPath. Okay, we will take this XPath, and how we can get the value with the help of XPath parsing of XML. Okay, we will see that step now. So for that I am taking here the XPath. As you can see here, I already captured the XPath, so where it will highlight the web elements of that XML content, right, XML content. So now I am using with the help of get attribute, I can able to get the inner text of that XML content. So how we can do string, right, string. So for example that is UI XPath, right. Okay, we mentioned that web element name as UI XPath. So here I am going to take as XML content. Okay, XML content equals to, how we can get the value. Okay, with the help of get attribute method we can easily get the value of that particular web element, right. UI XPath, sorry, UI XPath dot get attribute, right, get attribute of, we can use value and also we can use inner text. If you have any other values you can mention over here. So for now I am going to use here inner text, because I want that XML content where it is presenting that inside of that web element, right. So here I am going to use inner text. Okay, so inner text. So now, so let me print this inside our console and we will see whether it is printing the exact XML content which is coming from the UI or not. Okay, content from UI, right? Content from UI. After that, XML content, right? XML content. So let me run this program and we will see whether we are getting the output in console or not. Okay, it got executed, and go to our console part, and here you can see now we can able to get the whole XML inside our console, right? Inside our console we can able to get it now. So now what is our next step? Okay, what is our next step? I want to get the value. Okay, I want to get the value for customer ID equals to grail. Okay, if I mention this GRAL @ID equals to GRAL, so I will get all the values inside my console. Okay, how we can do that one we will do, we will see it now. So how we will do, we will see it now. Okay, for that, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to fetch. Okay, anyway we are storing the captured XML content in the form of XML content, that is a string type, and we are printing, right? So now I am going to pass an XPath here. Okay, if I mention, you can see here, if I mention this XPath here, I am getting the values here. Okay, if I mention some different XPath now, like company name, okay, for example company name, if I mention company name, we are getting the 4 elements got matched and it is giving the same inside our application, right? So in the same way, how we can get the values from the captured XML content, and how we can get the values, and we are going to print inside our console, and we will see it now. Okay, so now for that, okay, for that now we are going to, now we already printed the values which are coming from the, which are available in the XML content which is coming from UI, right? So now we will see sorry, so now we will see how we will do that one. Okay, to achieve that one, first we need to use document builder factory. Okay, first we need to use here, that is document, okay, that is document builder factory, right? Okay, for that document builder factory, so here you can see, okay, that is document builder factory. Here you can see this document builder factory, which is an API that enables applications to obtain a parser that produces DOM object trees from XML documents. Okay, what does this document builder factory will do? It will produces the parser content. Okay, it will produces the parcel content which is available inside this XML content, means it will give you the values only. Okay, for all these trees which is present inside this XML, it will give all the values by doing some parsing. Okay, this document builder factory, what is the main use, means it will use to obtain a parser that produces a DOM object trees from the XML documents. Okay, it will produce the trees which are available inside this document, okay, in the form of document. So where it is, where these trees are present inside our XML content, right? So for that reason, we are going to use this document builder factory to produce some DOM object trees from the XML document. Okay, so after that I am going to use one reference, this one, for this document builder factory. So once again, document builder factory, okay, document builder factory dot new instance. Okay, what is this new instance method will do here? Okay, what is this new instance method will do? So this new instance method, it will obtains a new instance for the document builder factory. Okay, this new instance method will obtain some new instance for the document builder factory. This new instance method mainly uses the, okay, mainly it will use to determine the document builder factory implementation. Okay, this new instance in this new instance method, what it will do, okay, what it will do, it will create some new instance for that document builder factory to load, okay, to load that particular class, okay, to that particular class. Okay, so after that new instance, so now we are going to take one more, that is called as document builder. Okay, one more class that is called as document builder. Okay, what is this document builder will do here? So for example, here document builder. Okay, so document builder means what does this will do? It will defines to obtain DOM document instances from an XML document. Using this class, an application programmer can obtain a document from the XML. Okay, with the help of this document builder, okay, with the help of this document builder, okay, which will give, okay, which will give the exact document which is coming from the XML. Okay, which will give the exact document from the XML. Okay, with the help of document builder, we can easily get the exact document which is present inside that XML file. Okay, here I am going to mention document builder. Okay, document builder doc dot new document builder. Okay, that is new document builder. Once this line is done, so what is our next step here? What is our next step? So now we are going to write a line called document. Okay, so this document is coming from wc3. Okay, this document is coming from wc3, right? This document is coming from wc3. Okay, this document is coming from, listen guys, it is very important and it is a bit complex to explain also. So here I am taking one document. So what does this document it will do? It will create some new instance. Okay, it will create some new instance. Okay, it will create some new instance of this particular document. Okay, it will create some new instance for this particular document. So where the document builder factory is holding the content which is present inside the XML file, right? So here we are going to use DOM, that is document, then the reference name is document. Okay, object name is document. Okay, document equals to, so now with the help of document builder means we have already some instance. Okay, we have already some instance which is coming from the document builder factory. So now I am going to parse. Okay, so now with the help of document I am going to parse this file with the help of input source, that is new, sorry, that is new input source of, okay, input source of what is the next step? That is new. Here I am going to use string builder, right? That is called as string builder. You can see here string builder of string. So what is our what we are doing here? We are going to parse this captured content, that is XML content. Okay, that is XML content, right? So this step got completed now. Okay, so now one second, sorry, it is not string builder, it seems it is a string reader. Okay, it is a string reader. Okay, it is a string reader. So what does this line will do? So wherever this document build factory created some new instance to that particular tree from XML file, it is going to hold all the information here. So once that is done, with the help of this document object reference, we are going to parsing that particular XML into string format. Okay, so with the help of string reader, what it is doing, creates a new string reader. Okay, here it is going to provide the complete string where we captured, which is from the UI, right? So then what is our next step? What is our next step here? So now this XPath will come here. Okay, now this XPath will come here. Okay, so here what is an XPath here? Okay, what is the XPath here? Okay, what is XPath here? So XPath is, it will generate automatically. See here you can see there is some XPath class is there. Here you can see XPath provides access to the XPath evaluation environment and expression. So anyway, we got some XML content from the UI and now we are doing parsing. Okay, after parsing the content, what is our next step? We have to convert them into XPaths, right? So for that reason we are going to use here one XPath, so where it will provide some access to that particular XPath evaluation and its expressions. Okay, that's what it is telling about this particular line. Okay, so now we are going to use XPath, and what is the reference here? XPath equals to, this is the object reference, XPath equals to. So now I am going to use one XPath factory here. Okay, I am going to use some XPath factory. So what is this XPath factory will do? With the help of this XPath factory, we are going to create some new instance to that particular captured objects in the form of XPaths, right? So that's the reason why we are using here XPath factory, and also we are going to create some new instance here as well, and also we are going to create some new instance here as well, and then finally we are going to generate some new XPath. Okay, and finally we are going to generate some new XPath. So now we done with our XPath generation, and also now we done with our parsing the document which is present inside the XML file. Okay, so what is our next step? So what is our next step? I want to get a value from the particular mentioned XPath. Okay, so now I am going to take this one. Okay, so now I am going to take this one. Okay, so for example, that is for string company name. Okay, for that XPath is here, this one, string company name. This is our XPath, right? This is our XPath. After that, what I am going to do, string, for example, this is our result. Okay, this is our result, that equals to. So now with the help of this XPath, okay, with the help of this XPath, I am going to evaluate that mentioned XPath. Okay, XPath dot. Okay, what does this evaluate method will do here? You can see here, you can see it will evaluate an XPath expression in the specified context and return the results as a string. Okay, it is this method, this evaluate method is going to evaluate the XPath expression, and also it is returning in the form of string. Okay, so here what I need to pass here, it is asking for two parameters, right? So what I need to pass here, the first one is here, that is for this XPath, that is company name. Okay, company name, and the next one is here document, right? The next one is here is document. Okay, so I will tell you this step. So what we did here now, so I want to evaluate this XPath, means now I am going to print the same values inside our console. Okay, how we can print? With the help of evaluate method, what it will do, first it will capture the whole XML content and it is going to store inside this XML content. After storing, I am going to parsing this captured XML in the form of document. Okay, here we have all the captured content from the UI. So from this UI content, I am going to evaluate the values for this particular XPath expression. Okay, if I mention this XPath here, it will automatically print the values present for that particular XML tag. For example, this one. So here you can see Great Lakes, hungry, lazy, let's stop and shop. Okay, so these we will get inside our console part. So now I am going to print inside our console. Okay, evaluated XPath expression with values, right? With values, what is that? What is that? Result. Okay, finally we are going to print the value for that particular expression. Okay, so now, and at the same time I am going to print all our XML content. Okay, we are already printing, right? No problem, this line is not required. So now it will print you the values for only company name. Okay, like you can see here, there are 4 company names are available. We will get all these 4 inside our console, and we will see by executing how it will print. Okay, started, and we'll see here. Okay, we will see here. See here, we can see Great Lakes Food Market. Okay, Great Lakes Food Market. Okay, it is giving us Great Lakes Food Market is the company name for this particular XPath. Okay, it is giving the value which is evaluated from the UI, right? Okay, this is how. So here you can see the value for this one customer company name is Great Lakes Food Market, right? Great Lakes Food Market. This is for this particular XPath. So for example, I want to capture all the values where id equals to GRAL. So how we can mention that one, we will see now. Okay, so in the same way, go to your Eclipse and change the XPath here. Okay, and change the XPath here. So now I am going to check it for, sorry, now I am going to check these values for customer at the rate customer id equals to GRAL. Okay, so now you can see it is giving all the values here. Okay, so now we will take this XPath and we will see whether it is giving all the values or not. Okay, so let me execute it one more time. So now you will get all these values inside our console part. Okay, so this time what it will do, it will give you all the child tags. Okay, it will give you all the child nodes which are present under at the rate id equals to GRAL. You can see here in the console it is giving all the values for that particular XPath. Okay, so in this way we can parse the XML which is coming from the UI, and also if you want to compare like expected text and actual text means, so this is our actual text which is coming from the UI. Okay, and if you want to do some assertions, you can simply write a line here, that is assert dot assert equals of what is our actual text, that is result, and if there is any for example I am taking here for example okay. Okay, this is our actual text which is coming from the UI. I am expecting this one. So in your case, if you store all these in any like files like txt files or csv files or word files, so you can store all these XPaths. So from there you can capture and you can compare here. Okay, so that it will compare each and every XPath along with the values. Okay, this is how we can parse this XML file. Okay, this is how we can parse this XML file and we can retrieve the values from the UI. So then the next step here is, so now I am going to, okay, now I am going to print all the values here. Okay, for example, if I mention customer ID equals to GRAL. Okay, for example, if I mention customer ID, so that it will give you all the GRAL, HUNGC. So likewise, okay, if I mention company name, so it will print all the company names which are present for each and every IDs. For example, for company name ID equals to GRAL, for ID HUNGC, what is the company name. So likewise I am going to print inside our console. So for that we will see how we can do. So first let me go back to our Eclipse. Okay, so let me, okay, so this is our first step. So anyway we have already here these three lines, right? Okay, we have already these three lines. Okay, that is we are printing here XML content, and after the document build factory and a new instance, the next line is document. Okay, the next line is document. After the document, what we are doing here, XPath equals to XPath factory dot new instance of new XPath, right? So now I am going to use one node list here. Okay, now I am going to use one node list here. Okay, string result equals to evaluator of XPath. Okay, so no problem. So now, so I'm going to use one node list here, that is node list. So what it will do, it will return you all the node list items. For example, there are 4 elements it is giving here, right? So in the form of list we are going to store. So for that reason only we are going to use here one node list which is coming from W3C document object model. Okay, so node list nl equals to node list nl equals to, so now what is that one, xpath dot compile. Okay, so now I am going to compile xpath dot compile of what is our string expression here. So now I am going to, okay, now I am going to compile customers, right? So now I am going to compile the customer. Okay, now I am going to compile the customer, that is evaluate. sorry, evaluate of, okay, evaluate of. So what is our object item here? Okay, evaluate of. So next, what is our next step? That is document, right? Document, okay, document comma xpath, document comma xpath, right? Document comma xpath constants, xpath constant dot node set, okay, xpath constants comma node set, okay. So now, what is the error? We need to typecast this one, okay. We need to typecast it to node list, okay, that is node list, okay. We typecasted here. So after this line, so what is our next line here? Okay, now I am going to print how many customers are available there, okay. Number of customers tags, for example, number of customers tags, so that is nl dot get length, right? Get length, okay. So now I got the customers length, how many customers are available. Here you can see there is one customer and there is one more customer. So likewise we can have 4 customers here. You can see here customer, okay. We can see there are 4 customers are available here, okay. So now what I'm going to do, okay, now what I'm going to do, we already taken this company name, okay. So now I'm going to write a logic for loop, okay. I want to get all these node lists, right? So for that reason only we created one node list here. With the help of for loop we can easily iterate all these 4 node elements, right? So for that what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one for loop here, that is sysO statement, okay, that is sysO statement list of customers. Here I can mention list of customers, okay. I can mention here list of customers information, okay. This is list of customers information, okay. So after that what I'm going to do, I am going to write a for loop here which is starting from int I equals to 0, okay. After that I is less than nl dot get length, right? Nl dot get length. After that I plus plus, right? I plus plus, okay. So now I am going to print the IDs, right? So now I am going to print the ID, customer IDs, okay. So for that reason now what I am going to do, sysO statement of, okay, sysO statement of customer IDs, all customers IDs, okay, all customer IDs. So after that what I'm going to do, I'm going to concatenate this xpath dot compile, sorry, with the help of compile method, xpath dot compile. You can see here compile an xpath expression for later evaluation. For now I am going to compile this xpath expression. After compiling I am going to evaluate, okay. So after this I am going to mention here what is our xpath there. I can put one dot operator so that it will take all the customer IDs, okay. So then customer ID, this is my ID, right? You can see here this is my ID, you can see this is my ID, that equals to grail. But this time I want to print all the customer IDs, so that's the reason why I'm mentioning only at the rate attribute name here. So after that what we are going to do, we are going to evaluate this xpath expression, okay. Evaluate of, okay, evaluate of nl dot item, okay. What is our item here? I, right? Okay. So now we done with this step. So in the same way, so for example let me execute this scenario, how it will print we will see, okay. It will print all the customer IDs now, okay. It will print all the customer IDs now. You can see here, okay, you can see here number of customers tags, there are 4. List of customer informations, that is GRAL, HUNGC, LAZY, LETS, right? So now you can go to your XPath XML. Here you can see GRAL is a one ID, and HUNGC is one ID, and the next one is here LAZY, and the next one is LETSS. Okay, so I loop how many IDs are available here. Okay, before that I created one node list. After that I store it into some I typecasted into XPath. So later I compiled. Once compiled, I am going to iterate how many items are available on the based upon the index value. Okay, so this is how we can uh, get the values for customer IDs, how many are available. So this time I am going to this time I am going to print for company name as well. Okay, how many company names are available, it is going to print. Okay, for example, for this ID, this is a company name, and the next ID, that is the company name. So likewise we can have 4 company names here as well, right? So for each and every ID we can have one company name. Okay, now I am going to print all these company names here. So how we will do, in the same way, now we printed all the customer IDs here. So the next step is, in the same way, okay, first let me separate this one. Okay, first let me separate this SISO statement so that it will be easy. Okay, so I added this line here and we will see what is output. This time it will separate each and every ID, customer ID. Okay, so now it got executed, and go back to our console. You can see here the first set customer ID is this one, the next set customer ID is this one, so the next one is lazy, and the next one is let's, right? So in the same way, now we are going to do it for company name as well. Okay, how we can do, we will see. So the same line I can copy. Okay, the same name I can copy now. So once it is done, so now this time what I am going to do, all customers company name, right? All customers company names, right? All customers company names. So how we can do, in the same way, take that XPath expression here and paste it here, like company name, right? Company name. You can see here, if I mention a company name, okay, you can see here, if I mention company name, it is giving the Great Lakes Food Market, and each and every ID it is giving all the company names, right? So in the same way, evaluate nl dot item of I. Okay, now we will see whether we will get all the company names or not along with the IDs. Okay, so let me execute, and we can see here the output. Okay, so now go to console and check. Okay, for this customer ID, that is GREAL, this is the name. Okay, Great Lakes Food Market. Okay, if you want, you can check it from here. Okay, for for this one, okay, for this company, for this customer ID, this is the company name. Okay, for this customer ID, that is the company name. So in the same way, okay, in the same way, we have one more customer ID where HUNGC, this is the company name, that is Hungry Coyote Import Store. Okay, you can see the same here, Hungry Coyote Import Store, and after that Lazy K Country Store. After that, Let's Stop and Shop. Okay, Let's Stop and Shop. You can see here, Let's Stop and Shop is also available here. Okay, so this is the company name for this ID, that is LETSS. Okay, so now if I want to print the contact name, okay, so we can do in the same way. So just how we did here, by adding one more line. Okay, so now I am going to print all the contact names, right? All customers contact names. Okay, all contact names. So let me copy this XPath and paste it here, and we will see it now after executing. Okay, now we will get all the IDs along with the company name and along with the contact names. You can see this is the contact name, that is John Steele for ID Lazy K, where the company name is County Store. And let me go to our XML and we will see where we got that one last one. So here you can see this is our contact name, that is for the above one, right? Yeah, for this one, this is the contact name where the company name is LazyK Country Store, where the customer ID is LazyK. So in the same way you can have for the first one, like contact name is Howard Snyder, right? So you can find the same here as well, Howard Snyder. Okay, so this is for the customers where at the ID equals to GRAL. Okay, okay, so this is for all the customer IDs. If I want to do it for example orders also there. Okay, if I mention here customer, right? So if I mention orders, no, customer order, no, orders, no, customers, and where is our order? Customers. Okay, this is a separate tag actually. Okay, this is a separate tag itself. You can see there are 22 elements got found here. You can see there are 22 are available currently. 22 orders are available. Okay, so these are all the child nodes. Okay, if I mention only orders, you can find only one element it is matching. So how we can do it for orders to print? Okay, so in the same way how we did for customers, in the same way we are going to do for orders as well. Okay, so in the same way we are going to do it for orders as well. How we can do, we will see. Okay, so in the same way, so now I am going to do it for loop, one more for loop for orders, right? Okay, control shift F. So now I am going to take customer ID we took already, right? Customer ID we took already. So now I am going to use it for xpath.compile. Okay, so here I am going to take one more node list, and the same I am going to mention here. Okay, so this is for orders, right? This is for orders. The node list name is orders. Okay, orders dot, okay, orders. Okay, node orders. So what is our XPath here for orders? So let me take here for orders. So now what we took here, the XPath, that is for customer, right? That is for customer. So this time I am going to take for order. Yeah, order here is available. So this time I am going to change it to order. Okay, order, sorry, capital O, right? Okay, order. So once if you pass order, you will get all these things, right? Okay, order. So number of order tags, and a list of order information. I just copy and pasted. Okay, all order IDs, after that all order customer IDs. Okay, all order customer IDs. After that we will take all order employee IDs. Okay, all order employee IDs, right? All order employee IDs. Okay, so now I'm going to take this customer ID here at the rate customer ID. So orders, right? So here also this order will come, here also this order will come. Okay, so after that, so I want to take it for employee ID. This is for employee ID, and the first one is for customer ID. So after that I am going to take it for order date as well. Okay, order date as well. So now we will get both at a time, how many are available for customers and how many are available for orders. Okay, so now we will see after executing what we will get. All order dates, right? All order dates. Okay, all order dates, all order dates. Okay, let me execute and we will see what will be the output. Okay, so this is a very simple concept. Okay, as you can see here, okay, there are number of order tags are 4, list of order information, customer IDs, all order customer IDs, employee IDs are 8. Okay, employee ID is 8. So let me go back to this one. Okay, you can see employee ID is 6. Okay, employee ID is 6, but we are not taking here the customer ID, right? So that's why you are not getting any this one. Okay, all customer IDs. Okay, so this is how we can easily parse some data from the XML with the help of XPath. Okay, so here you can see for the order, right? So this is the customer ID. Okay, customer ID. So now why it is not printing the customer ID here, we will see at the rate customer ID, at the rate order, at the rate customer ID, same only, right? Okay, anyway we achieved till here. So first what we did, again I am telling. So first I took that XML XPath with the help of inner text. I am getting the whole XML content. So after that I am printing here, and after that with the help of document builder factory we are going to parse the content which is coming from the object document tree which is present inside the XML. Okay, so after that with the help of document builder, where what we are doing here, the help of document builder, we are going to create some instance for the XML document, and also with the help of document we are going to parsing the captured string content that is from the UI. So once that is done, with the help of XPath we are going to create some instance to store some XPath expression. So after that we are going to generate some new XPath by creating some new instance. Okay, so once that is done, uh, with customer ID I am going to evaluate here. Okay, so after evaluating you will get some value, like for this customer ID what is the value. Okay, so it will print all the values till here. For this only customer ID equals to GRAL. Okay, so after that what we are doing, first I am going to print all the customer IDs along with the company names and also along with the contact name and also title as well. Okay, so how we did, first I created one node list, so where it will store all the list of nodes which are present inside that particular node element. So after that I am going to compile. So what does this compile method will do here, this compile and export the expression for later evaluation. Okay, first it will compile the XPath expression to evaluate. Okay, later we are going to evaluate. See here we compile the expression, after that for that compiled expression we are going to evaluate along with our document which is coming from the UI. After that we are going to take into some node set. Okay, so once that is done we are going to print the how many customer tags are available, and we are taking the length. So based upon the length we are going to make some for loop. Accordingly we are printing all the values present for that particular customer ID, company name, contact name. For this customer tag we are going to print all these values. So in the same way for orders also we are going to mention, right? So this is how we can do this XPath XML parsing. Okay, so in my next video how we can compare this expected result and actual result. Expected result means where I am going to store inside my Excel document. So that Excel document I am going to compare with the UI XPath expression along with the value. Okay, so that's all it for now. If you find this video helpful for you, please drop a like, and also don't forget to watch this video till the end, and also please subscribe to my channel if you are new to here, and also please share this video to your friends or colleagues so that they will also learn about this concept, and also your share will helps this video to recommend for more people. Okay, so that's all it for now guys. Until then, take care everyone, have a nice day. Signing off, Selenium Tech Automation. We will meet with our next video. Okay, thank you guys.